Have you ever heard the story? It's a whisper that's traveled across generations of Filipinos. The rumor claims the Philippines is secretly one of the richest countries in the world, thanks to a hidden treasure in Swiss banks. Not just a few bars of gold, trillions of dollars worth, supposedly belonging to the Filipino people. But is this incredible story true, or just a modern legend? For decades, these questions have puzzled many. The tale offers a simple answer to a complex problem. Why does a resource-rich country still face poverty? The story suggests our wealth was stolen and hidden away, and if we could just find it, all our problems would vanish. It's a powerful idea, one that gives hope and paints a future free from hardship. But hope and reality are often two different things. This isn't just a rumor whispered in coffee shops, it's spread far and wide, especially online. Videos, blogs, and social media threads add new layers to the mystery, each claiming secret documents or inside knowledge. The story grows with every telling, becoming a complex web of claims and counterclaims. Our mission today: untangle this web and search for the truth. We'll look at the evidence, or lack of it, and try to find out where this story came from. We'll investigate key figures like Ferdinand Marcos and explore the secretive world of Swiss banking. And we'll ask the most important question: is there any solid proof of trillions in Philippine gold, or are we chasing a golden fantasy? Let's begin our investigation. Scene transition. To understand the rumor, we have to go back in time, and to one name, Ferdinand Marcos. Marcos was president for over 2 decades, and stories of his immense wealth circulated even then. The biggest legend? Gold, supposedly not just stolen, but inherited from a mythical royal family, the Talanos. The Talano gold story claims a forgotten royal family once ruled the archipelago and owned thousands of metric tons of gold, later entrusted to Marcos for safekeeping. In this version, Marcos isn't a thief, but a guardian of the nation's inheritance. The narrative transforms him from dictator to secret hero. The story also weaves in the Yamashita treasure, war loot allegedly hidden by Japanese forces during World War II. Marcos, it's said, found much of this treasure and added it to the Talano gold. These legends combined into a single, fantastic story of unimaginable wealth. After the Marcos family's exile in 1986, the tale spread even further, amplified by the internet. What began as whispers became viral posts and documentaries, offering an alternative history that resonated with many. The stories gave people a sense of hidden power and destiny for the Philippines. But there's a major problem. These captivating stories aren't supported by credible historical records or verifiable evidence. Historians find no trace of the Talano clan or their gold in legitimate archives. The Yamashita treasure remains unproven despite decades of searching. The legend persists, but the facts just don't add up. So why do so many still believe? The answer lies in hope, frustration, and the power of a good story. Scene transition. Why do Swiss banks play such a central role in this golden mystery? Switzerland's reputation for banking secrecy is legendary, protected by law for centuries. This privacy attracts the world's wealthy, but also those wanting to hide questionable assets. Swiss banks have been accused of sheltering dirty money, making them a believable hiding place for a secret fortune. If someone like Marcos wanted to stash a massive treasure, a Swiss bank would seem the logical choice. The image of impenetrable Swiss vaults fuels the imagination, endless corridors, hidden secrets, and untold riches. This powerful imagery makes it easy to believe a treasure of trillions could be hidden there. But the reality is more complicated. Swiss banks are secretive, but not invincible. Over the years, their secrecy has been challenged by international law and investigations. The Swiss connection adds intrigue, but is it proof? That's what we need to find out. Let's act like detectives and ask the tough questions. The rumors mention hundreds of thousands of metric tons of gold, more than 3 times all the gold ever mined in human history. That's not just unlikely, it's impossible. How would anyone move such a massive amount of gold? There are no records, no shipping manifests, no eyewitnesses. The silence from global logistics and financial communities is telling. The Talano clan? No credible historian or archaeologist has found evidence they ever existed. The story's foundation crumbles under scrutiny. And where's the proof? No bank statements, no official records, just hearsay and dubious documents. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. The claim of $1 trillion treasure is extraordinary, but the evidence is missing. So far, all we have are rumors and photocopied certificates that don't stand up to scrutiny. The hard truth: the legend doesn't hold up. Let's focus on what's actually been proven. After the Marcos regime fell, the Philippine government created the PCGG to recover the family's ill-gotten wealth. This was a real global investigation, not a hunt for mythical treasure. The PCGG, with international help, traced secret Swiss bank accounts opened by the Marcoses under false names. But these accounts held hundreds of millions of dollars, not mountains of gold. In 1997, Swiss courts ordered the return of $658 million to the Philippines, declaring it criminally obtained. This was a landmark victory, funding agrarian reform and compensating human rights victims. The official documented recovery involved money, not trillions in gold. The Marcoses did use Swiss banks to hide wealth, but the scale was far smaller than the legends claim. The Swiss system, under legal pressure, returned stolen assets, contradicting the myth of impenetrable secrecy. The real search found millions, not mythical gold. That's the crucial fact. Journalists and researchers have spent years investigating the Marcos gold claims. Their findings? No credible evidence supports the existence of a trillion-dollar gold hoard. So-called gold certificates circulating online have been debunked as fakes by banks and experts. Serial numbers are invalid, formats are wrong, signatures are forged. Fact-checkers have traced the rumors, highlighting impossible figures and the lack of historical basis for the Talano clan. The story is a myth, not reality, a conspiracy theory thoroughly disproven. Yet the legend persists, partly because it's become a political tool. The narrative of Marcos as a secret guardian reshapes his public image, turning a dictator into a misunderstood patriot. This political dimension makes the story powerful and hard to dispel. For journalists, the job remains: follow the evidence, not the fantasy. The facts are clear: the gold legend is just that, a legend. Scene transition. If the Marcos gold isn't in Swiss vaults, what is? Switzerland is a global hub for gold, home to major refineries and vast reserves. Private vaults in the Alps store gold for individuals and companies worldwide. Believers point to this as evidence, but it's a logical fallacy. Just because there's gold in Switzerland doesn't mean any of it belongs to the Philippines. The gold is accounted for, tracked from mine to vault, and highly regulated. The idea that hundreds of thousands of tons could be hidden off the books is implausible. The allure of Swiss vaults is a distraction from the real question proof. Switzerland's gold is part of a transparent global business. The mythical Marcos gold has no paper trail, no physical proof. It's a coincidence, not evidence. Let's imagine for a moment, what if the story were true? Trillions in gold would instantly transform the Philippines into one of the world's richest nations. National debt gone, unlimited budgets for infrastructure, education, and healthcare. Poverty eradicated, universal basic income. A golden age for every Filipino. This vision is the heart of the story's appeal, a dream of justice and prosperity. But sudden wealth could also bring problems: inflation, corruption, economic dependence, and even geopolitical instability. Managing such fortune would be incredibly complex. The dream is beautiful, but reality is never that simple. The legend endures because it speaks to our hopes and frustrations. It's a powerful fantasy, but one with real risks, if ever realized. The true challenge is building prosperity through hard work, not hidden treasure. Scene transition. After examining all the angles, the story of the Philippines' trillion-dollar gold in Swiss banks is a work of fiction. The amount of gold claimed is physically impossible. There's no historical evidence for the Talano clan, no credible documents, and no proof of the gold's existence. Official investigations found millions in cash, not trillions in gold. The real crime was the plunder of the nation's wealth, hidden in secret accounts. The grander legend distracts from this proven history, creating a fog of misinformation. The story endures because it offers hope and taps into our love for mysteries. It's become part of our modern folklore, a reflection of national dreams and frustrations. But the lesson is clear: we must think critically, question what we hear, and always ask for evidence. The search for Marcos gold may be a fantasy, but the search for truth is always worthwhile. The real treasure isn't in a Swiss vault. It's in our commitment to history, accountability, and building a better Philippines. That's a treasure we can all create. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Keep questioning, keep seeking the truth. Until next time.